Okay, I didn't steal a car. I stole my brother's
cigarettes.
car. I stole my brother. You stole cigarettes
from my mom.
Okay, yeah, I stole my brother's
from
car.
the store. Let's get it on. And she goes, that is mine and Papa's song. And I said, Nanny!
Y'all don't know what this is?
I don't know what a churt is.
Church.
Churt.
Oh. I was like, what is church?
This album is really hitting home real quick.
Driving by our house, these are my confessions.
In your brother's stolen car. Roll the windows down. Oh my God. These are my confessions.
You ready? Let's get it. Absolutely not. That's, oh boy. Hello, folks.
That's how you feel.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to another episode of That's How You Feel. As always, I'm your host, Caleb Foreman. I'm joined with my co-host. Am I Caleb Foreman or Caleb Anthony? I don't know which.
Caleb Anthony is what you said the whole time. Now you just.
Oh gosh, I'm Caleb Anthony. In case anyone wants to know, I'm Caleb Anthony. Anthony is my middle name. I'm not making up like a fake name here. So welcome back to another episode. I'm joined here today with my co-host Levi McCall, and we have a special guest in the building. Recent college graduate with her master's.
Go Mules.
Master's in something. I didn't really read the program.
Sports management, and then she got a minor in sports broadcasting. It was another double major.
Almost.
Bachelor.
How do you?
Yeah.
Undergrad and bachelor in sports.
Did y'all talk about this while she was here earlier?
No, I was at the ceremony.
So you stalked her.
No.
Anyway, we're joined by Brinkley.
You were late today. We had plenty of time to talk.
Thank you. We're joined by Brinkley Beever, folks. Cue applause music. Hey, can you edit in like some applause thing? That'd be dope.
The air horn.
We're gonna add that in there. We're happy to have you on the podcast. She's I was gonna say a lifelong friend, but she's a longtime fan of the podcast. First time listener, first time caller.
We actually don't even know who she is. She just showed up. So
showed up. Caleb, thanks for watching.
Why don't you introduce her?
Yeah. So.
What you know about
me. Comment, subscribe. Also, if you can, share the podcast. Leave a review. While you're watching this, just go ahead and leave a review really quickly. Like while you're listening or while you're watching, just leave a review. Only if it's 5 stars though. If it's not 5 stars, don't. Just, turn it off.
Well, and I will say, sharing and downloading does a lot. So we started this journey, I've kind of learned a little bit more about podcasts, geometrics or whatever you call them, geometrics, whatever it is.
We're trying to have this be a thing.
Become famous.
Fame. We're trying to have this be a thing, like revenue, money, So
if you know a local company that wants to sponsor us,
all that. So, do those things. So 3 things about Brinkley. So, I actually met Brinkley while she was interning for our local church. I don't even know how I really approached her. I think I was just I learned what her name was, and I was like, that is the coolest name I've ever heard of in my life. And I just it was I forget names of people every time I meet them, but when I heard Brinkley's name, I was like, oh, that's burned into my cerebellum for ever now. And I just, every time I saw her, what's up, Brinkley? Because I just it's got a ring to it, like a little ring to. I'm dumb, but
keep going.
So I met her while she was interning at the church. She one of y'all said she graduated recently from UCM.
Go Mules. I feel like you have to do that every time, don't you?
Oh, I say go Jens because we're Jennies.
Oh, is that what we're supposed to?
Well, the women are Jennies, and I was a Jenny because I played golf. So we say go Jens.
Why didn't you teach me
that? Was going to be my third fact. Julie, you went to UCM too?
Yeah.
Hey.
So she graduated.
Cool. And I was going to say that Brinkley went to college, or she played sports in college, golf mainly. And I don't know what hand she writes with, but I'm sure it's one of the two.
It's right. She's right-handed.
She's right-handed?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's lame.
And she has sunk a hole-in-one before.
I do have a hole-in-one.
Whoo. When you play mini golf a lot, though, you can tend to get those. So we're not going to.
I already did that joke upstairs, before you were late. So.
Can we move on?
Yeah. So a couple comments. Like I said, if you, like we said, if you comment, we would love to hear them. Hear your opinions. See, now you're rubbing off of me, and I'm just getting messed up on my words. I can't speak.
I shouldn't drink this on camera because that slurp is like just gonna come in real good.
More.
No, but if you comment, we are going to share some of the comments each week. We appreciate all the feedback we've gotten. Again, as always, if you have any suggestions for topics, we'd love to talk about them, discuss them, put them on the agenda. But
Lacey Chanel, she just comments on every video. And I just want you to know,
YouTube, you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So like, we might not read yours, Lacey, but
Shout out, Lacey.
I appreciate you.
I actually almost did read a couple of hers today.
All right, I ruined that for you.
But I'm not. But I next time, Lacey. I'm sorry. Missy Wilson on one of our most recent episodes on the wives, when the wives came. I don't know who Missy Wilson is.
Neither do I. But thank you for commenting.
She said Emily is a rock star.
No, she's not.
That is your wife.
She's not a rock star.
She is a rock star.
You know, the sad thing is you should be the one saying she is a rock star, not us.
She is not.
Then what is she?
She's my wife.
Exactly. She has to put up with you.
Hey,
every
no,
day,
real
which is
okay.
why she is
First of all, I think
a
the
rock
episode
star.
sort of painted me in a bad light, like a little bit. I just want people to know, let me clear this up. My wife is completely allowed to fart in front of me. I just want y'all to know that she is. No, like she really is. Like she totally can. Like we had this discussion months, probably over a year ago. I was like, hey, I just want you to know, if you need to or want to, you can. But she doesn't because she knows I don't like it. I didn't say you're not allowed. Like that's not her body, her choice.
If she was to fart in front of you, what would you do?
I would be disgusted.
You did say you would fight someone that.
I'm not
farted
gonna
in front
fight
of
my
you.
wife though. But like, I mean, I might.
That I will tell you, that's a hot debate. If you check on TikTok, that's a pretty good.
Somebody
debate.
said I needed to grow up on TikTok. They were like, he needs to grow up, and I was like,
It's okay. What was the one that was bad on me? Someone was like, "Oh, I wasn't a man because I couldn't kill it. I killed a spider with a vacuum."
well,
It's like, yeah, that makes me a man.
doesn't So yeah, like my wife, she has complete autonomy over her body. She's not doing it. She does it kind of for me. Like she doesn't like fart around me for me, but like she can if she wants to. I just want that cleared up. So
She's not here to defend herself. Next comment comes from Heather Lopez Renteria.
all right.
It was from the episode with Joel, scary movies, all the hot topics.
Yeah.
Basically just said,
By the way, that was Lacey's favorite episode so far too.
Really?
She told me. Yeah.
nice. I needed this laugh. I couldn't stop laughing. Let Joel Driscoll for once a month.
Nope.
So we'll get back to you on that. He really does not want Joel on here.
Why?
Because it's Joel.
He's
Depending on how you do,
people
we might
love
have you
Joel.
on once a month.
The people love Joel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Joel, I think Joel's awesome.
He's very funny.
Yeah. So you're outvoted.
Oh, before we get into the question of the day, I want y'all to see this merch we're wearing. You know,
Hey,
this is a potential merch.
what's
that we-
THYF
Very cool.
stand for?
So this is potential merch. So we might come out with these. We might put these out into the space for people to purchase. We're not gonna be. We might do a giveaway. I might give one away. It might be this one I'm currently wearing. If you want to smell like your boy,
Only if you autograph it.
I'll autograph it in black ink.
You're so dumb.
But yeah, we might. So let us know in the comments what y'all think about this design. We might.
Someone
make
did say
more of
they
these.
wanted the faces on the shirt. Which I
Someone
think-
said that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about people walk around with my baby's face on them.
Then you shouldn't have made it the logo.
Well, I'm proud of my kid.
Then you should be proud.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Brinkley,
And
I'm just going to
one more
talk to
time-
you this
Okay,
episode.
that's great.
So
No, okay, before we
how's
get
your
to
day
the,
been?
no, hold on, real
It's
quick,
good.
please.
Good, yeah.
It's been a good day,
Please.
honestly.
Yeah. No, it's not too bad. It's Monday. So,
Yeah.
starting out. Sorry. Did you say
Yeah.
something?
I wanted to tell a story about my wife.
Go ahead. We were having a conversation.
So I know y'all think my wife is just sunshine and daisies out here. I don't. I ain't gonna ask you this. I'm gonna just tell you what happened to me. My wife squirted milk at me. Yeah, I'm gonna let that just kind. I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. My wife squirted milk at me, not from a bottle.
You got to tell the story to go back.
It's a real short story.
She just walked in and been like, "Psh, gotcha.
Bro, exactly that's how it was. I kid you. I wish I was lying.
You know,
have you ever seen Mad TV? Like Mad?
Yes. Oh yes.
Remember Stewart? Look what I can do.
Yes.
That thing.
What was the Chinese lady?
Mrs. Huang. Mrs. Huang.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So no, bro, I'm sitting on the couch. I might have been holding my son. He was right next to me on like a boppy thing. My wife walks out of the bedroom and she was like, "Hey, check this out." And I got hit with milk. Like it didn't even really register.
What makes you think of that video? He needs some milk.
So I'm just saying, like, my life is not. I'm not out here just like being a bully. My wife attacked me. Okay, like,
listen, but here's the thing: and I don't know. Maybe they can agree. I feel like that actually raises your wife up a couple notches, not down.
Because she squirted milk at me.
I was going to say the
deserved it.
rock star comment seems to be more valid after telling this story.
That girl walked out the room and was just like, boom, and I was just like, she just squirted milk at me. She was like, yeah, I need to go pump. And I was like, get out, get away from my son right now. I don't want you this kind of behavior. Here's what I'm trying to say is that my life is not this pleasant thing that I'm just like out here just coasting, you know.
I think you can always try, but your wife will always still be cooler than you.
It's debatable.
Question of the day.
So wait, the topic is high school. We're gonna get into our high school lives real quick.
Alma mater.
Because Brinkley just graduated high school like 10 minutes ago, so we're gonna get in.
Literally just walked off the stage.
Bro, got her diploma
after graduating college. It's crazy.
So I thought it because I actually the question is, were you popular in high school?
No, I mean I wasn't unpopular, but I wasn't popular.
I knew who the popular kids were, and I knew I wasn't one of them. But they knew me, and I knew them. Like we were all cool.
Yeah.
But I knew like they might as well said, just so you know, you're not one of us, but we do recognize you.
Yeah, like I knew who the popular kids were, but like I didn't hang out with them.
This is messed up. I also knew who like the losers were, and I knew I wasn't one of them. Like I knew like because there were kids that people like habitually made fun of, and I wasn't a part of those names that got brought up. So
how big was your school?
Maybe though. Maybe I got made fun of. So my high school graduating class was like 900.
Okay, yeah.
It was a very big school.
Were you popular in high school?
No, I would say I definitely just choked.
Do you want to take a drink?
I was so trying to play.
Are you getting choked up about your high school life?
Yeah, it was so dramatic. No. No, I would describe it the same as I knew who the popular people were, and I wasn't in that group, but I wouldn't. Okay, I feel like popular is like well known and liked, and then there's people that are just like well known.
Okay, that's good.
So I like felt like I was well known, like I knew a lot of people, but I wasn't in the popular group of like the superiors.
Yeah,
you know
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was well. I was well known, and the people that knew me did like me, but I was not like.
We know you weren't popular.
No.
Weren't. I said weren't.
Oh, sorry.
I'm still disappointed I didn't win prom king. That's all I gotta say. I thought I was for sure getting that.
You know, my name was thrown around for like people that should run for prom king. It got thrown around.
Mine was too by me.
Other people told me, Caleb, you should run, but like I was just like, no, like because I'm not about to be some stunt. No. Like where y'all say, hey, he should run, and then like I get 0 votes, because then that would have hurt. So I did not run out of fear. Maybe I'm also imagining people saying I should run. I don't know. I don't know. High school was so long ago.
Yeah, it was. It's sad. I am almost. No, it's been. I don't know.
Don't age yourself.
I'm old. If you went back to high school, could you or would you do something different or better?
No, like
different or better.
Hold on.
He wrote the question.
Yeah, I wrote the question. So the question is, if you went back to high school with all the knowledge you have right now, could you do better? Like, I don't know if you were like a straight A student or whatever. If you were, then the answer is no. You would just do the same. But like, I was not a straight A student. So.
Like grades wise,
grades
or like
wise,
decision making wise.
I'm gonna go both grades wise and then decision making wise.
I did get good grades.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't the popular. I was well known because I was involved in a lot of clubs and I played sports. But I was with like the smart AP class kids as well. That was like my closest friend group. So we weren't because of that the popular group, which is fine. So I would do that the same. That was cool. For decision making, definitely would not date my high school boyfriend. Or would have broken up with him a lot earlier than I did.
So if you would go back and like, hey, you need to dump him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, would high school you listen to you like, get out, he loves me? Like,
No, I would listen to me. Yeah.
So
Everything else.
you said you already had like good grades?
Yeah.
How about you?
The problem wasn't my knowledge back then. The problem was my like ability to want to give out that knowledge. Mm-hmm. Basically, I just slacked off. I had senioritis. Seniors they always like, oh, I got senioritis, but no, I really did. I almost didn't graduate actually. Yeah, and it's not because I was dumb. It's just because
You
I
just
was
didn't
not
care.
I was not turning stuff in.
Yeah.
So my science teacher, I'm still mad at him about this, but also it helped me graduate. Called my mom and said I probably wasn't going to graduate, and so she was blowing on my. She was mad. She said I'm on my way up to that school, and so I went to my counselor. And I was like, my mom's on the way out. And so shout out Mrs. Hurt, that was the counselor. Anyway, so we did that, and I had to work like night and day for the next 2 weeks and turn in all the old assignments, and I was able to graduate.
That's funny.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it's sad because honestly, I was a smart kid. I could have had A's and B's, but
Yeah, but I think at some point your capacity to keep caring for that long just meets a point where it's like I'm
and mine was
out.
8th grade. Just kidding.
I understand.
So if I could go back, I would certainly try harder, but I don't think even with all the knowledge that I have, I don't think I could do better. Like I would really like try because I'm like, all right, Caleb, this is your second chance. Let's get this. And I'm like, guys, I need help. Like I still don't think I could pass math. Like,
oh, math was my favorite subject.
I took AP French. I took AP,
my.
I took pre-calculus, I think. I took a couple like AP classes, like AP Physics. Loved physics. Got a C in it. I got like straight C's because I like kind of like you. I didn't turn in anything, and I don't know about y'all, but parent-teacher conferences ruined me. Like because my dad would go, and they'd all be like, "He's a brilliant student. He doesn't turn in his work," and they're like, "You don't give out homework." Yeah, it's classroom work that I hand out. He won't turn it back in. Like he walks out with his work. Because when class would end, I would just be like,
complete it? Like it was completed?
I would maybe kind of do it.
Oh, okay.
And then just like, all right, class is over, and I would just shove it in my
See
bag
ya.
and not set it on the teacher's desk and just walk out.
Were you one of those that just had the wad backpack where you would just rumble? Oh, what homework is this for what class was this?
I hated kids like that.
There's always one.
I hated kids like that. Like I hated the kids that like the most that like came into class with nothing. Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you getting by? Like, they come in with like a notebook and a pencil, and I'm like, okay, we have like assignments and sheet work to like do. Like, where's anything? They're like, I don't know. Or the kids would draw. I took a robotics class, and I was very brilliant, but and so this one kid that was partnered with me, he would not like focus, and so in order to like kind of get him to get the grade, so dumb, I would make him read the Bible while I did the classwork. I brought in a Bible, and I was like, hey, look, you're gonna read this because you're not helping me, so you're gonna read the Bible.
You totally did what your dad did to you to that kid.
And I'd be doing like the robotics work, connecting things, and I look over and he's just reading like, he might have been just staring at the book. I don't care, but I was like, you're going to learn something in this class. That was dumb. Yeah. So even if I could, I probably couldn't. I'd probably do just about the same, be a C student. And I'd love to think I'd make better decisions, but no, I didn't really
Well, and for
do
me,
a lot of crazy things.
I don't feel like I you know, like some people for like whatever they're going on to next college wise need the good grades. I didn't know where I was going to college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I ended up now, like my life now, like is completely different than it was back then. And so like I probably wouldn't be where I was today. You know,
did you enjoy high school?
I loved high school.
So did I. I don't get people that like hated it. I loved.
Did you like it?
No.
Brinkley's like,
not.
that was me.
I went to 2 different high schools. I don't know if like you have to go to like multiple. Like so, 9th grade I went to high school in like Kansas City, and so from like 0 to 8th grade I was like a black kid in an all white school. Like it was like 10 black kids total. And then in 9th grade I went to an all black school, and I was like, this is nuts. Like, and I was not popular. Like. Because my mom did not care about like clothes and
Even
hair.
with the band, you weren't popular?
Oh, no. Like the band did not get brought up in 9th grade.
Okay.
So at 9th grade, I go to this all black school, and my mom did not care that all the black kids in the school like cared about shoes and clothes and what you had on. And so my desire to fit in fell on completely deaf ears. Like my mom got my shoes from Payless, my clothes came from Walmart. So I walked in knowing I was not cool, knowing I was poor, and the upperclassmen like picked on me relentlessly. Like, but again, I was
Isn't that
nice.
crazy?
I was nice though, so like they didn't really kind of bother me, and I was kind of smart, so like I got to help like seniors like with their work and whatnot. Like I was taking like AP French in like 9th grade. It was,
Wow.
but so.
Oui.
That's all I know now. But like, so yeah,
I know.
I didn't fit in, but like, again, I was like a nice person. Like my nickname in high school in 9th grade was Gary Coleman.
Why'd you change?
Anyway, so my nickname was Gary Coleman in high school because in 9th grade, because I had this little afro because my mom would not cut my hair. You know, so I had to just rock an afro, and it was, I hated it so much.
Tell us more. Yeah. Let your feelings flow.
I got tired of being picked on so much in 9th grade that I stole some kids' shoes.
Oh, that's right. The senior that almost beat you up.
Oh, yeah, I almost got beat up.
Yeah.
What were the shoes?
So, like I said, I had to wear like Payless sneakers. And so some teachers also, they wore Payless sneakers. And there was this teacher
There's nothing
named
wrong with Payless.
named Dr. Tice. That was his name. And so all the upperclassmen would say, oh, Caleb got on his Dr. Tice's today. Because me and this teacher had the same sneakers. And I was like, I'm tired of getting picked on. So I was in gym, passing through the locker room, and I saw a locker that was open, and there were these really nice Adidas in there, and I stole those bad boys. And I wore in 9th grade probably, I'm gonna say like 10 and a half. These shoes were a size 13. I shouldn't have took them, but I was like, yo,
they don't fit me.
I stole those shoes and wore them to school the next day.
What an idiot.
Well, you know, I wasn't really forward thinking, so I come in with like basically these clown shoes clomping around, and this is before like I didn't know about like exclusive like Foot Locker shoes or shoes that are sold exclusively at one spot. So I go in, and there's this senior, and he's like, Gary, and I'm like, he's like, where you get those shoes, man? I was like, I don't know, Foot Action Champs, man. He's like, no, you didn't. That's an exclusive Foot Locker shoe. If that's a size 13 shoe, we're gonna fight right now.
Oh,
I was like, for real?
So did you have to give him back right then?
Yeah.
So what'd you wear?
So
were you
he
just
was
in
like-
socks?
I don't know.
So this guy's like, we're going to fight right now. He didn't say that. He said some choice words. And this cheerleader who was friends with me, she was like, don't hit him. Don't hit him. And I was panicking. Please don't hit me. So I take off his shoes. They're his shoes. And I tried to write my name on the tag like they're mine. Anyway, he takes his shoes back. So for a cool like 2 hours, I'm walking around school going to class with my socks on. And this other upperclassman who I was cool with, he was like, hey, you can borrow these extra shoes I have.
Oh, that was nice.
Bring these back, though. And I was like, I'm going to bring...
Now everyone thinks that you're just taking everyone's shoes.
I'm going to wash my
Yes.
shoes around.
So what happened was anything that came up missing in the school, they came to me first and was like, yo, did you steal my baseball glove? No, I didn't know you had a baseball glove. So I became known as the kid that stole stuff in 9th grade. And then I moved to California, and then I got to rebrand my entire persona.
And then you started actually enjoying high school?
Then I started enjoying high school,
Okay.
yeah. So
Did you
I
go to
stopped stealing.
That's it. There you go. Good.
That's a lie. I didn't stop stealing. But I stopped getting caught for stealing.
What friend group were you in?
I wouldn't say I was in a friend group. There was no group.
What about you?
Yeah, the like smart kids. Well, okay, there's like two different because we were like the smart kids that played sports. So like the college athlete future kids.
Kind of like the smart tennis
Yes,
players.
because of college, knowing we were going, we knew what kind of grades we had to have. And so we did really well in classes, but also we played sports. Then there was the group of kids that were so smart that they were just over high school completely and were just ready to go to college. And their grades kind of slacked just because they didn't care because they knew where they were going.
Great for you.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Were you like one of the top in your class?
I was until my like sophomore, junior year. I had double blocked. We were AB classes, and I double blocked pre-AP geometry and pre-AP algebra 2, and I did not do well in either of those classes. Fun fact: it was my boyfriend's mom who taught the classes. And she gave me my first
break up with?
Yeah.
Okay.
She gave me my first C.
That was your first
ever.
sign.
Yeah, I should have known then. That's
Yeah.
what I would go back and tell myself.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Be done.
You gave you your first C. That's
but
cute.
then I started taking AP. I was devastated, actually. I had a whole identity crisis. And then I started to separate myself from the friend group because I thought I wasn't smart. Anyway.
You thought you weren't good enough to hang out with the smart kids anymore?
Am I a smart kid now? Like, who am I?
Oh,
but
boy. I got the whole alphabet when I was growing up. I got all that. I got every
You
letter.
got Z's? Man, that takes someone special.
You knew with your whole heart what I meant.
No, I know. I was in the theater friend group. I'm proud of it, okay? I was a thespian.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of you. I'm sorry.
I was in choir, so I meshed with those kids a little bit.
I was in choir. Look,
I don't care. She's cool. Listen, don't hate.
no, I was in choir. I was in choir and theater up until the boy band broke up, and then I was like, oh, I don't have to do these activities that involve music. I was like, So I walked away from like everything that had to do with music. I walked away from it in high school. So I joined like a hip hop dance crew in high school. That was really fun because I got to dance. Because all the like dance movies like just took over like
Step
the early
Up.
2000s. Yes.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Which,
So, yeah.
question, have you watched the Step Up movies?
I have.
Do you think the first one's the worst?
Yes.
I feel like it's the best, but that's because I didn't
The
watch
first one's
the
with
other
Channing
one.
Tatum.
That's tough. I can't say that was the worst one. I like that one.
Yeah. It was from a previous episode. Him and Joel said that was the worst one, but
It
I
is.
can't agree.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't care. I loved it. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't do. I liked theater. I almost did marching band because I wanted to like learn a snare.
Oh my!
'Cause the
I
movie
did that
Drumline
for
came
one
out.
semester, and I didn't actually march. I was in the front, like the pit is what they called it. So it was all the percussion instruments that didn't move. And I
Julia
played
was
the
in the pit.
synthesizer because I grew up playing piano, and they needed someone who could play piano. So the synthesizer is a keyboard with all the funky noises, and I did that for a semester.
That's in marching band.
you can't see, but Julia's eyes lit up when you said the pit.
Oh yes,
She
she
played the marimba.
Yes,
the
that's
four-
so cool. They'd be going. It's so cool.
She
We
actually
had a
has
good time. We had a party in the pit, dude.
We
That's
actually have
a
a
good
bell
time.
set over there. If you want to pull it out, we can just start.
There really is.
Yeah.
Why do you have that?
Listen, if I pulled out all the random instruments this woman has,
That's okay. That's okay.
just saying.
So what were you
with
know?
marching band? I will say, I was never in marching band. I didn't have no desire to put on a full tuxedo
Yeah, that was
in
the
the
worst
heat,
part.
playing an instrument on my feet for 5 hours.
Oh, did you play a sport in high school? We know you did. Did you play a sport?
I did.
Like a legit sport? Like were you
Yes.
on a team?
I was on cross country.
Sorry?
So, cross country,
Okay.
running.
Oh, I know what it is. I'm
What are you saying?
I'm
No,
saying that's cool. That's what I'm
I
saying.
was never last. That was
Hey.
my goal.
There you go.
That was my goal.
That's a
Okay.
success.
So you
So
played the sport. I don't know.
I played it and then I quit so that I could do theater. So when I tried out for
Okay.
my first musical, I was in cross country, and I didn't make the show at all because it would all the practices I had for cross country.
I was gonna ask how that overlap worked.
So then I chose theater because I was much into music and everything.
Yeah.
And,
Loser. No. I'm just-
hey, you know,
So how
You
long
pulled a
is
Troy Bolton.
how long is the race in cross country?
oh, they're long. They're so long.
Distance. How long is it? I never knew.
Boy, we just talked about how it's been forever since high school.
So you don't know.
No, I don't know, but I know it was.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't
like,
know the answer to that either. Actually,
Someone
it's
tell
mo-
me.
It's like I feel like 3 miles or more.
Like a 5K?
don't look at me. I don't know.
Brinkley, you were the smart
I
one.
literally picked the sport that requires the least amount of physical exertion, which we walk the whole time. So I don't know anything about running.
So I honestly I love cross country. I love to run. I just don't love to run.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay,
Wait a
Got
minute.
it.
That don't make.
Totally tracking.
I'm not.
I love personally like for my body like I love running like you know how like but I just don't run.
Okay.
Okay.
And our coach would always like he never wanted to see us walking, so we always knew the
Oh.
spots where we could walk.
Oh, I
like
love
on
that.
the trails, yeah.
Yes.
And then we would walk and then, run and catch up. But there was one time another kid from my school was in this race and we were the last two. And I was walking and then he was like, oh, I'm going to beat you. I was like, no, you ain't. I'm not getting last. And I didn't get last.
Nice.
So
That's. I played tennis in high school.
I appreciate that.
I played it in 9th grade because at the school I went to was like a college prep school, and so they want to do the best that they can to set you up to go to college with like every like advantage. And so in the school you had to play a sport or had to have like an elective. And so when I got to the school, like school had already been like in session for like a month and a half, and they were like, all right, hey, you're kind of a husky fella, you want to play football? I was like, no, I don't want to get hit. I've seen
I'm a delicate flower.
bro, like I was large at my other school, but then I got to here and there was like big black dudes.
Because
and
you
I
were in
was-
California, right? Yeah.
No, this is 9th grade, and so I get there and
Oh.
I'm little compared to these people, these monsters that go here. I'm like, I'm not playing football.
Yeah.
I'm not playing basketball. I can't run. And so he was like, well, you can wrestle or play tennis. And I was like, get me a racket. And I played tennis, lost every game.
Hey.
Even doubles matches. If you were on my team, we lost.
So don't join your pickleball team.
I'm
was
actually
gonna
really
say, do
good.
you
I'm
pickleball?
actually really good at pickleball.
Do you pickleball?
I love pickleball.
I love pickleball.
I'm really good at it.
We should start like a pickleball like club.
I would. Yeah.
Would you come from Ohio all the way just
Yeah.
to play pickleball?
I'll fly in.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. But yeah, like 10th grade and up, I didn't play any sports. I was too busy dancing.
Dancing. Well, I was
I
too.
loved it.
I mean, I was dancing too, and singing and acting.
I'm gonna throw a picture up here of me like in my little dance get up.
Was
It's
this
me.
the hip hop dance club?
Yeah, and like what
You
I
went to
wore.
a bougie school. You guys had such cool electric.
It was
I never had,
actually
like,
it was actually a very very ghetto school. Like
Oh.
our milk for like school lunches came in a plastic pouch.
But Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have cartons like y'all privileged people did. Our milk came in bags. There would be dudes walking around like they would tear the corner off with their teeth and just be
Oh,
sucking on
no.
a plastic pouch.
What school was this?
It was James Monroe High School. It was in California, in Northridge. In Northridge, California. Like it sounds like a good.
That's-
I wonder
place.
if like plastic things of milk is normal out there
It was where it was normal in my school.
because they're more like environmentally. Is that like a cart? Is the carton?
I
and-
feel
We
like
didn't
the
recycle this.
The carton is more recyclable than the plastic.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
recycle these bags.
Okay.
It was, and then we throw it.
That is so bizarre.
Uh,
A bag of milk.
it was a little square pouch of milk.
just to clarify, I wasn't cool in high school, but I wasn't uncool. But like looking back now, I'm like, man, you were so dumb, so uncool. Like, do you ever think about that about high school? Like looking back, and you're just like,
Yeah, like at any age when you look back, like if I think even back to like 5th grade, I had life figured out. Like it was.
I
You
told
couldn't
my
tell me
I told
anything
my
in 5th grade.
brothers I
Yeah.
could drive all the way from New York to California without getting in a wreck.
I stole a car
at
in
5th
8th grade.
Okay, well, I didn't steal a car.
Okay, I didn't steal a car. I stole
I
my
stole
brother's
cigarettes.
car. I stole my brother. You stole cigarettes.
From my mom.
Okay, yeah, I stole my brother's
From the
car.
store.
I stole my brother's car because I was like, I told my friends in school, I was sitting there alone, I was like, I can drive. And they're like, you can't. I was like, I'll drive to your house after school. And he's like, no, you won't. As soon as I got off the bus, I went downstairs, grabbed my brother's car keys because he was working at Pizza Hut, and I got in his car, drove his baby blue Chrysler LeBaron.
David or Chris?
David's car.
Oh.
And so I drove his car like across town, and I it's a miracle I didn't hit anybody because I was cooking. Pulled up to my boy's house and was like, "What's up?" He was like, and then I got back in the car and left. Because I had to be home. I came home.
Did he beat you up?
Dude, my dad beat me like I stole something. Like
you
literally,
did?
like he was like, "Did you take David's car?" I was like, "No."
As
You pulled a Joshua.
Holding the keys.
No, it wasn't me.
No?
Oh, I was the only one home at the time. Of course, it was me. But yeah, so I was known for stealing in high school. Were you, besides being like athletic and brilliant, were you known for anything else?
So our high school did superlatives for our senior night.
Yeah.
Which I think are so fun.
Back
I
up.
love superlatives.
Wait, what? What?
Most likely to.
be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a superlative?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
What was yours?
I wasn't expecting to get any, and I got most likely to go to the Olympics.
Nice.
And I think it's because I was playing multiple sports and was going to college for a sport, so people
Wait,
just
besides
thought I
golf,
was
what'd you play?
basketball.
Okay.
Interesting. I actually wasn't expecting to get one too, but mine was most likely to be a Broadway star.
Yay! That's such a good one. That's so good.
And I made it.
I also did not get one, but I thought I was like a shoo-in for like most likely to be on like TV.
Class clown, like type thing.
No, I didn't get
Most
it.
likely to steal something.
Most likely to go to prison for armed robbery.
I mean, probably. But like, I thought I'd be a shoo-in for something, and I was looking through the yearbook, and I was like, nothing. Pitiful.
What kind of music did you listen to back then?
The only thing that comes to mind is Usher's Confessions album.
These are my confessions.
The girl I was dating at the time, like I dated like basically
you know
one
that
girl,
album?
like basically all the way
I
through
probably
like
know some of the songs.
10th grade through like graduation. I dated one girl. Confessions had me in a chokehold. The whole album.
Wasn't that and
Yeah, it was on that-
Confessions Part 1, Confessions Part 2, like the singles?
Those are two songs on
Yeah,
the Confessions album. Let It Burn was on there. Yeah, was on there. That whole album,
Yeah.
whoo, had
What's
me.
his song that goes, oh, is it even him? Oh.
That's You Got It Bad.
I love that song.
I don't think that was on
You
8701.
got it bad when you're on the phone. Hang up and you call right back.
But Confessions hit hard for me.
Most likely to.
So Confessions hit hard for me a little bit, like a little personal, because I had also cheated on my girl too. And so like his album about cheating, and I was like, this album is really hitting home real quick.
Driving by her house, these are my confessions.
Bro, that was the reason why I told her I cheated on her, because that song was like,
In your brother's stolen car. Roll the windows down. These are my.
oh man. But yeah, that album, that's the only song, like that's the only album. And then like, that's when I discovered Lil Wayne. Like in like 2004,
I went through a phase of
like Lil Wayne,
for a
like the
bit.
Carter 2 had come out, Lil Wayne, and this dude named Kertron Burks would sit in government class and just listen to Lil Wayne, and he would rap his music out loud while our teacher's trying to teach. I'm like, Kertron, shut up!
And your teacher's just like, whatever.
Oh, she didn't care. We were in the back of the classroom, like, and I was sort of trying to like learn because I wanted to like go to college. But yeah, that was the music I listened to. What about you? What'd you listen to?
I listened.
Switchfoot?
I mean some, but actually the biggest one that comes to mind is Mayday Parade.
Who?
And Adele, of course, because I do remember singing the 19 album in my car. You love Adele?
I love Adele.
Me too. We'll talk.
Yes.
Yeah. He can't
Oh my
appreciate
gosh.
it. Yeah.
I only know Hello. That's the only Adele song I know. And whatever that, hey, dang, fire, that whatever, I know that bit is
Rolling in the Deep.
I was like,
that one. Yeah.
we should have an Adele trivia. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I
love
saw her
her
in
so
Vegas
much.
when I was out there for her resident.
So,
It
was she amazing?
It was worth every penny and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have paid even more for that show.
What
Not
year
really.
did you graduate high school?
2011.
Okay. So like Adele was like out then.
Yeah, her 19 album was out in 21. I think it
Ooh,
just
that's
came out
old.
because. What year did you graduate?
2018.
2018. I knew it wasn't.
Sorry. I was waiting for one of you to.
I was
Wow,
trying
so-
to like not.
So what were you listening to
Thank
in high
you.
school? What were you
Thanks.
listening to? What album had you like?
Oh, So my oldest brother really influenced what I listened to, and we were big on Coldplay at the time.
Oh yeah.
Loved Coldplay.
Love
then
Coldplay.
when I
That's a
started
lie.
dating that guy, he got me into country music.
Oh, I love country
And
music
I was
too.
always into country music a little bit, but I didn't like listen to it regularly. And then I got hooked, and yeah, I love it. I still listen to it regularly.
Who was like your intro person into country music? Like what artist was like
Taylor Swift.
Eli
just
Young
kidding,
Band.
Sorry.
Eli who?
Oh, which song? Sorry, that's really hard to.
Crazy Girl.
Okay. Crazy.
Specifically, I remember the first time I heard it was in a baseball park, and I was like, I need to know what this is. And I looked it up on my Spotify, and then, yeah.
I love it. Do you listen to country?
I have a country music playlist on my Spotify
What's on it?
that I curated. Lee Bryce.
Okay.
Okay.
I Drive Your Truck, or what song by him?
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy. Oh, that's a good.
That
My mom and brother danced to that at his wedding.
I love
that song.
Good
Now
song.
that I have a song that song.
Yeah.
Now that you have a son, you mean?
Whatever. But no, like a girl I dated got me into country music.
Okay.
Shelby, actually.
Shelby. You know, I ran into her at Belvoir Winery one time.
That's where she used to work at.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got me into country music. And that was like not a couple. I remember 5 years. That was years before. It was a couple.
We were friends then, though.
Yeah.
Because
So,
we went
yeah.
to. Didn't we go to Texas Roadhouse with Julia?
I don't think about that. I don't think that happened. I've never had biscuits.
We went
with
to dinner
Julia.
with you.
I've never had. We did. Never mind. I take it all back. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Also, in Mayday Parade, you should listen to their music. They're actually really good.
I've
That was
never
the-
heard of that, but I will listen.
Mayday Parade.
Mayday Parade. It's a pop punk band, but like it's good.
And then you said Eli something.
Young Band.
Eli Young Band.
Yeah.
I'll give it a listen. I'm not.
Yeah.
not
No, they have
opposed to it.
the album that's orange and it has Jamie all over, Black Cat. There's so many good ones.
Dang, that makes my next question kind of dumb. Like I was going to ask, how did you listen to music? Because I had a CD player.
Yeah.
No. By the time I got to high school, I think I had an iPod.
Like one of those little iPod Nano
This,
things.
Brinkley, this is before
Oh,
phones
I
had
know.
music.
We had an iPod Nano. Yeah. I know what that is.
Do you remember when the iPod Touch came out and it was like,
Yes.
I want the iPod. You could get like
Yeah.
games.
Mm-hmm.
On,
Yeah.
And then they just had iPhones.
Yeah, I think I had CDs for a while.
Did you ever, either of you? I don't know if you will. Sorry, I don't know if you
No, it's
remember
okay.
it.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
LimeWire.
That sounds like I would know what it is.
So it's basically kids in the early 2000s.
It's a website you go to and download songs illegally.
Yes, and it like gave
Oh.
viruses to computers galore.
Oh, wow.
But that's how
Okay.
everybody got like music.
Yeah.
You would go there and then put that on your iPod.
Yeah,
I say like
criminals-
too much.
Criminals would attach a virus to Soldier Boy, and so you would download
tragic.
a Soldier Boy song, and then your computer got a virus and then killed you. Killed your computer.
I act like I can dance. I can't even.
I hope Julia puts that whole clip on there. Soldier Boy song, and then your computer got a virus and then killed you. But yeah, it was CDs, and then like I got an iPod. Like it was like one of the big ones. It was like 132 gigs.
Yeah.
Remember when that was a lot? It was like this has 250 gigs of music on it.
Yeah. When those little tiny ones, I actually hated those ones. The Nano,
Little shuffles?
those
Yeah.
were called.
The shuffles.
Where it's just the little toggle
Yeah,
thing.
I hated that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that was, and then like wired earphones. Remember headphones?
But I didn't even have we didn't have iPod Money at first. Like I first started off with like
Did you have like some janky like MP3 player?
yeah, like that's what I used to have at first. You know, some MP3 players, and then LimeWire, you would put it on there.
And
But
those losers that had Zunes.
hey,
Oh
You know?
gosh! Did you have a cell? Obviously, you had a cell. When did you get a cell phone? Like, how old were you when you
A
got your
cell phone or like a yeah. So me and my brother shared a Blackberry when I was in 7th and he was in 8th grade because we were in middle school together. And it was because we walked home from school to my Nana's house. And my parents wanted us to have a phone on us in case anything happened.
So you didn't care for like having a phone like in 7th grade. You were just like, this is our phone. Or were you like,
Well, I wanted
need
my
the
own phone. I wasn't
Okay.
happy about it because then he would text his girlfriends on there.
I was
And
gonna
I
say,
was
did
like,
you text your friends or anything?
yeah.
Okay, so
But-
did like who like had the phone the majority of the time?
It was really equally shared because once we got home, it was pretty much put up.
Oh, okay.
So it was just, we would just take it to school with us and then
Remember
Did you
put it back.
text in class?
No.
Really? You were goody
No,
two shoes?
I was. You guys were talking about like who you were in high school, and I was literally goody two shoes.
Oh,
like, it's like saying like, oh, I'm so much cooler than I was now. I mean, I don't even know what to call that as lame or a loser, but I was like the epitome of goody two shoes.
Okay,
So,
hold on a second. Where did you sit in class?
The front.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all
We
you
would
got.
have never talked.
Yeah. Oh, really? I mean, it ain't that deep.
No. Because like it wasn't because like I wouldn't have like talked to her because we were sitting. She sat in the front. I just would have not talked to her because if I had the choice, I'm sitting in the back, or like I didn't start sitting in the front of the class until I started to care, which was like the last couple weeks of school. And I was like, let me actually sit up front real quick. Let me see what's going on up here.
I don't think I really cared where I sat.
I chose like either the back or the
I didn't
corner.
want the front,
But yeah, I sat in the front of like algebra classes, like math classes.
So, being a goody two, did you ever cut class?
So we had a senior skip day. That was the only
So
time I cut
everybody
class.
skipped that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That was-
to be fair though, so I had choir and I had basketball, and those were our fourth period class, and so I really only had truly 3 classes every single day. So it kind of felt like I was
Skipping.
getting out of
Gotcha.
it. Yeah.
Cool.
That was actually senior skip day was like actually the day that like I went to school. Like,
Same.
like no,
I don't
but,
think I skipped that day.
So
Did you have a test or something?
no,
so teachers
like,
tried to do that.
So the class that I was like, there was like one classroom where everybody in the class was like super close. We were all like super good friends. And so we had all collectively decided like, yo, we're not cutting class. Like we don't care about seniors. So like we went to school that day. Like we didn't care. But no, I didn't. I did cut class though. Like the girl I was dating, she was like a year above me. And so when she graduated, she was like, hey, you should cut class and come hang out with me. And I'm like, okay. So I started cutting class a little bit. I didn't cut a lot, but I cut a little
That's
bit
fair.
class.
I did never have a reason to cut class because
Yeah.
also I was trying to get good grades, and not that I wanted to go to class, but I didn't want to miss and then have to make up something. And then also, like, what would I do?
I went to the mall,
Like-
man.
I
Like-
went to free pancakes at IHOP. I would go.
Small town, we didn't have like kids drove tractors to school at my
Yeah.
school, so it's like
Like
I would
with the
have
big
to
wheels?
Yeah, like we would have to walk a country mile to go anywhere. So it's like I'm not.
So I used
have
to
no
live
reason
in-
to leave.
I used to live in town like that. I was bullied, and then I got moved out of that school to Independence. And I cut as soon as I got a car. So when I moved up, I lived with my grandma for a little bit, and they probably don't know this, but surprise. I was late to school all the time, and I would skip class well, I wouldn't skip class. I would go late, like for IHOP pancakes. I mean, because it's free
Well,
pancakes.
yeah.
IHOP.
Justifiable for sure.
Yeah. And then I would be late, but also I would always leave for lunch. So you were not allowed to leave for lunch. You had to like stay in the school. I always went to the little theater, which was where theater class was, because we would go eat lunch there. Well, I would go out the back door and go to my car so I could go to McDonald's or
Yeah.
Taco Bell and.
Smoke your cigarettes that you stole from
Smoke
your
your mom's
grandma.
cigarette.
At that time, I had people buying them for me. I don't
Oh,
smoke anymore,
man.
folks, but I did. I was a smoker in the past.
I love it. I'm into it.
I'll tell
that's
you, people are
awesome.
going to learn a lot about me, how uncool I am.
Do you? Okay, so real quick, back to your cell phone, the Blackberry. Do you remember the model that it was?
No,
Was it the
there
big
was
ol-
a
the
ton
big
of
old
tiny
chunky
little
ones?
letters.
Did it have a little
And
bitty
then little-
trackball in the center?
Yes.
Of
I
it?
think all Blackberries did.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe
There for a while.
Because there was like the one I'm thinking of is called the Blackberry Curve, and that was such a
Oh,
cool.
I don't
got
think
made
it was
fun of for
that.
having a Blackberry.
I got like because my parents did not care about my reputation or me trying. It makes me so sad. Parents don't care about their kid
I
trying
don't think
to
it's
fit
that they
in.
don't care. I think it's that they don't understand because their time was different than our time.
Right, and so my dad especially, he was like, I don't care about nothing you got
Because
going on in
phones
that
were
school.
new. They were like they didn't have phones. Like your parents didn't have phones in school.
Yeah,
And so,
because
like-
when everybody in school had cell phones, whether it was like a Nokia or like the Razor, my dad got me. Remember when Boost Mobile had? No, it was Boost. You had those chirp phones. Yeah, so it was like a prepaid little phone, and I was like, all right, if you're gonna get me a prepaid,
Is that
phone,
what you mean by chirp?
It
I don't
was
know what you
literally
mean by
like
chirp.
a
I
don't know what that
walkie-talkie
means
feature.
either.
Y'all don't know what this is?
I don't know what a chirp is.
Chirp.
Chirp.
Oh,
Yeah, it literally. Oh my gosh.
I was like, what is chert?
I know you're like where you pull the thing out and it's
no. It was like so Boost Mobile had this walkie-talkie feature, where you could chirp someone, and like send a quick little voice, like a little walkie-talkie voice memo thing to them, and they would send it back. And so like I had like this is back when phone plans were not unlimited. You had to have minutes, and you had to pay for text messages. And then like after 7 p.m. or after 9 p.m., depending on your carrier, your minutes became free. So my dad did not care, and he got me like it was this thick, it looked like a burger of a phone, and it was the most uncool thing, and it was like, he gave me like 30 minutes on it.
See, my mom actually was like, I remember I say like way too much. Sorry. It's driving me crazy. Imagine people listening.
I didn't notice.
Well, that's good. I I remember my sophomore year, like we.
Hey, Brinkley, what was your phone after you got the Blackberry? What was your phone?
The
I got my
Blackberry.
mom's iPhone 4.
You went from a Blackberry to an iPhone?
Yeah.
What was your favorite set?
Sorry, I was really thinking about his question because I lied. I didn't go. That's a lie. There was this phone, and I don't remember what it was, but it was like 2, and you could slide it.
Yes.
And you could draw.
Yeah.
And then you slid, and there was a keyboard, and you could turn it in like in text.
I think it was called was it the ship?
It was green.
Though there's multiple colors. I had the orange one.
Okay, I had a green one, but I loved it because you could just doodle on the screen.
Yeah.
And so I got that, and then I got the...
Yeah, that's like when they first came out with the QWERTY keyboards.
QWERTY, yeah.
Yeah, because they used to have... Do you remember the Nokias?
I had a Nokia.
With the snake game?
Oh, gosh, I missed
Snake game.
I would love to have just a Nokia phone just so I could play Snake on it. Like the old school, like that little 2-bit game. Oh, that'd be so great.
We have a bunch more questions, but I'm afraid we are running short on time. So I think
No, we can keep going.
We need to skip on to the the producer just snapped at you. To our final segment, which is called As Voted By.
I didn't agree. I didn't vote for this.
It's okay.
Just to be
That's how
fair.
you feel. That's what it's called. That's how you feel.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought it got voted to be rants and praises.
It did not. Don't listen to
Oh,
him.
yay. Okay. Cool. I did vote for this.
It really. Wait, hold on. What
But
did the
I
poll
saw on
say?
Instagram that
It was
rants and praises
rigged.
won. Okay,
So
good.
it was that's how you. It was rants and praises was the segment.
Yeah, but
that's
when you
what
pay
won.
people to vote.
Whatever gets
So
jobs
the
done.
official segment it got voted on as rants and praises. We don't have to ever announce.
I would
rants
like
and
a
praises.
recount.
I thought we didn't have time for another question. I wanted to know: did you guys take a lunch or did you have like school lunches
I just told you I skipped and went to McDonald's and Taco Bell.
every day?
Most days. I worked.
Jeez.
I
Or
worked
he
at
had
Sonic
the cigarette, so he didn't need a
Yeah.
lunch.
Oh, okay.
No, or I feel like school lunches in high school were cool because you always had the extra a la carte place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you
Wait a
could
minute,
get
like
extras.
where like you're paying for this stuff with like money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
worked a job at the time,
Okay.
so I had my own money, and I would spend it on food and CDs and cigarettes.
So y'all had
I was
money
not
to
proud
like
of
buy
that, but
things.
I didn't. I brought from home. I packed my own lunch.
You made your own lunch. You were like, I want a sandwich, I want a Jell-O cup, and a string cheese.
I wish my mom bought Jell-O cups. No, yeah, it was yeah, the like Aldi brand everything, which was good.
Ooh, Aldi,
but
yeah.
So
all
what was
Aldi.
your like your typical like Brinkley lunch? Like what did you make for
man.
yourself in high school?
It wasn't even as long ago as it was for you guys, and I
It was
cannot
literally
remember.
like 2 weeks ago, Brinkley. What did you
I
make for yourself?
cannot remember.
Like
I
a
probably
cheese
just
sandwich?
made like a
Leftovers and
ham
stuff
and
like
cheese
that?
sandwich and string cheese and a granola bar and like an apple. It was very boring.
So healthy.
I know.
Yeah, I hated it. Yeah.
But you didn't get like it wasn't like a thing for like cool kids brought their lunch or like uncool kids didn't because it was like this is like in
It
my head it's like a
depended.
country school, so it's like that's not uncommon.
I don't feel like it was even in my school. It wasn't. No one thought of it either way.
Yeah. I mean,
got school
I
lunches,
guess
though,
there
so.
was a thing with like the people that brought their lunch that if you had a certain lunchbox, like there was trendy lunchboxes that were like, if you have this lunchbox and you bring your lunch, then you're cool. And if
Okay.
you have like the brown paper sack, then you are not cool. And you should just probably get a lunch at school.
Did you have the cool lunchbox?
Yeah, I did.
What was the brand of lunchbox? Was it a
I don't
Coleman?
remember,
Was it Hannah
but it was
Montana?
like this very nice mesh and it had a little handle and it had a
Oh,
zipper.
so it wasn't like a themed one.
No, it was like this scuba material with a pattern, and it had a cute little handle, and it was like a cute little purse, and it was great.
That's awesome.
I would have killed for like a brown paper bag lunch, but I had like a Walmart plastic.
You always
set.
got those on like the last day of school. You remember like they would like, here's your lunch.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Like all right. Anyways, final segment. What's your rant this week?
So in the spirit of like high school and stuff like that, like I know a lot of like kids that are still in school and like parents, man. Parents really don't be getting that. Kids are just as tired as you are. Like when your kids come home from school, you're at work all day at an office, and then you come home and you're tired. Your kid was at school all day. They had PE. They had to run around. They had to, if they had band or whatever, like it's the same as your job. They get home, they're just as tired as you are. Like I don't like, and I don't think that parents.
I agree.
I don't think that parents get that at all. They're just like, what do you were at school all day? Like they're not taking naps there. It's like,
yeah, no, I agree.
It's
I mean,
like a job.
I think that there is reasons for the kids to be tired. Yes. And there's valid reasons of like, because you're learning a lot all day.
Yeah.
But to compare it to what parents do, when I feel like now that like I'm an adult and have kids, like I am so tired.
Right.
And I don't want to ever hear my kid coming home to school and be like, I'm so tired today.
So you don't think after 8 hours of them sitting being talked at by a teacher, and then they had to take a 30-minute break where they just run around a track all day and then go back to the classroom, you don't think that being bored or being tired is tiring? Like,
yes, but as an adult, I think there's a lot more on our plates now than there was.
There is more responsibility, but I think that
I'm more tired now than I ever was in high school.
I think that man, because I used to come
That's
home from
because you
work.
don't work.
No, shut up. I used to come home from school and like be out. I could take a solid.
Oh yeah,
like because
I
you're
wish
tired.
I could sleep. That you remember how in high school? You remember how in high school you could have. You could have. How you like could sleep until like noon or 1?
No, I had to go to school.
What?
Like it on weekends, like if you slept in.
I never did that. Sorry.
I never did that
Yeah,
either.
might
You
as
were
well
on your
just-
own.
You never slept in?
In high school, I had to catch 2 trains and a
I'm talking
bus
about
to get
on
to school.
weekends.
on the weekends.
Did I sleep in?
Yes, like when you didn't have to go to school. Like did you ever stay up late and then sleep like till like noon or 1?
Yeah, maybe then.
That's what I'm
on
talking
the weekends.
about.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I can't even sleep till 9.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah,
If I went to bed at a decent time.
if like my dad would come in and if
My
the
wife's
thing about
like,
parents,
excuse me.
parents hate. I don't know why parents hate seeing their kids like sleep. Like, what is that? Like,
Yeah, my dad was running the lawnmower at 8 a.m. Saturday morning
Yeah.
outside my window, and my mom was vacuuming into my bedroom door. So there was no sleeping in.
You know how you were talking about your wife doesn't care about your sleep?
parents do not care about their
No,
kids.
they
sleep.
do not. No, they do not.
Oh my, bro, on Saturday morning, like there's no school. And my dad, you gonna just stay in bed all day?
Yeah.
I thought about it. Like, get up. We got stuff. I'm like, we ain't got nowhere to go.
We're going to Lowe's today. We got to fix the something in the yard and got to do your chores.
My mother would take me to garage sales.
Oh, my Nana would take us to
shopping.
garage
I-
sales.
No, not when I want to watch cartoons. I want to eat a bowl of cereal. No, we're going to go garage sale. We got to get you some new school clothes.
So we used to go garage sale shopping all the time. And I loved it because even the neighborhoods that had like the lemonade stands and the donuts and like you could, you know.
Where did you live?
It's not where I lived. It's where
Garage
I
sales did you go
went
to?
to garage sales.
Oh, the good
like we went
neighborhoods.
to the good neighborhoods.
Like where you'd go for the good Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one time it was right up the street from my nanny's and she got like this box of CDs for like 10 cents. The lady just wanted to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvin Gaye's album was on there. And so she puts it in while then pops on Let's Get It On. And she goes, that is mine and Papa's song. And I said, Nanny! We still laugh about that to this day.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sorry, that was my random story. Brinkley, what you
What's
got
your
any
rant?
rant?
In the spirit of talking about high school, we had a dress code. That is not the same anymore. That I have seen girls now that are in high school that are wearing things that we would have gone sent to the principal's office for. So I'm already upset about that. First of all, second of all, for our shorts, they had, if you put your arms down to your sides, they had to be past your fingertips. I have a decently
So you
long
just wore
wingspan
cargo
for
shorts?
a female. I could never wear shorts. I had to wear the long plaid multicolored. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
We need this photo.
That's what
We
I
need
had
this
to get
photo
away
You got
with.
a photo of it?
I don't know.
It exists.
But yeah, but also because I was the goody two shoes, I could kind of get away with the shorts because the teachers knew I had really long arms, and also they knew I was a good kid, and so they weren't gonna like get me in trouble for that. So
Were they
I
that
kind of got
strict on
away
the
with
dress code there?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it was really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and now
man.
it's like not a thing, and it just
Yeah. Well,
makes me
I
mad.
mean, you go to Target nowadays and they're half off clothing, and I'm
Yeah.
not talking about the price.
Dang, I really
Yeah.
wanted to talk about prom real quick though.
What about prom?
I just wanted to talk
Yeah,
about
I put that question in there because
Yeah, I know.
I know you probably stepped out in something.
Why? You know what? We're gonna do another episode on college.
We're going to bring Brinkley back for college.
We're gonna bring Brinkley back. Talk about college.
All right.
We'll start it off talking about prom. Since
High
that's
school
your
prom?
send off in
Great.
high school.
Yeah. Cool.
So-
Cool.
Ladies and gents, thank you for joining us for another week of That's How You Feel. As
Thank you, Brinkley, for
always,
being here.
Thank you
This
for
is
having
Caleb.
me.
I'm Levi. And thank you for Brinkley for being here. I was trying to get there.
Hey, it's fine.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, review, and share. Also download.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.